The Odyssey made over $1 billion at the box office, but have you ever wondered where all that money goes? Well, I did, so here's what I've learned. Hi there, my name is Kern and I'm the writer, director and co-producer of the film Livin the Dream. And in my process of understanding how distribution works, I've learned a little bit about how all the finances at the box office work. So let's take the Odyssey as an example. It cost Universal $250 million to make. So technically, if it made $1 billion at the box office, Universal has made $750 million in profit, right? Not exactly, because out of that $1 billion at the box office, roughly 50% goes to the cinema chains. So now you've gone down to making $250 million of profit, which is still a lot of money, right? But you have marketing. The Odyssey's marketing budget was around $125 million. So now your profit has now gone down to $125 million. But wait, there's more. You have distribution fees, you have production fees, you have producer fees. There's all these other types of people and entities that need to be paid. So you can start to see how from $1 billion, that amount goes very quickly when it comes to getting a profit from the film. And that's why you would hear stories about certain actors in big Hollywood franchises not actually getting the residuals they earned because technically on paper, their film has not actually made a profit. And that's where we get into Hollywood accounting. And I am no expert in it whatsoever, and I would suggest doing your own research about it. But realistically, where does that stand when it comes to yourself as a filmmaker? Well, the first thing is get a great entertainment lawyer. I think that's the first thing you really need to do. And there's been an entertainment lawyer that I've been following on Instagram called Lexanova. I've put a link in the description below. This is not a sponsored segment or anything like that. I've just learned a lot from her content, and I figured if you're watching this and you want to learn more, that's probably a great place to start. But one of the things that she mentions is understanding exactly where you get paid in that waterfall of profit. For example, if the film, after all the other expenses have been taken care of, makes $100 million in profit, you will get a percentage of that profit. But that's still a risk because you are getting paid right after everyone else is getting paid. So, like I mentioned, if all the expenses are taken out and you eventually end up in the negative, you're not gonna get any money. So again, it comes down to what is appropriate in the situation you have and having a really good entertainment lawyer. So I hope you learned something today. If you have any comments or queries, feel free to add them below. And if you want to follow me on my journey about creating my own feature film, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.